EY ASEAN Ignite video series. I'm Brian Thong, your host and EY ASEAN Financial Services leader. In this video series, we will feature new insights and perspectives on topics impacting FIs in Southeast Asia. In the dynamic insurance landscape in ASEAN, modernization is a key theme for many insurers. This industry is evolving rapidly, and we observe that they are utilizing their data assets and leveraging data analytics in a more strategic way. In addition, as insurers prepare for the future, a key emphasis is also being placed on adopting cutting-edge technologies like generative AI to stay ahead. For today's episode, I'd like to introduce Nina Antel, EY Financial Services Business Consulting Partner, who will be leading the conversation with yet another guest speaker.
Hello everyone. Our special guest today is Nitin Datta, EY ASEAN Financial Services Data and Analytics Leader. Nitin, good to have you here with us today. As we are having more discussions with the financial services organizations around the challenges that they are facing in accessing data or giving access of good quality data to their users, how do you think financial services organizations are tackling this challenge right now?
First of all, thank you, Nina, for having me here. Let me just give some background, right, and not something that's new, but importantly, you would see that clients and organizations are facing challenges with respect to management of data, right? That really stems from the fact that there isn't any clear ownership of data in many of the organizations. The other key aspect is the challenge that they have with respect to discovering data. What's the right golden source of data? Can I get the data at the right frequency? And am I going to get the right data at the right granularity for usage? The third key challenge that organizations face is around the poor security and data controls. This is where the clients actually struggle with respect to the confidential informations or PII informations, and they've started to put some controls around those as well. Now, if you now look at how do you solve for this problem, it's important to bring to bear this data domains coming together in a platform that could look like a data marketplace, right? And a data marketplace allows users to come in and request for information, get access to that information, be confident that the information is of the right quality, it's accurate, it's consistent, it's the right granularity, and they can get it on demand.
That's interesting. So just getting on and catching on to the data marketplace as well. Just interested to know, what is data marketplace and how does it work?
So data marketplace is like a platform, right? And this data marketplace, this platform helps to put in domains of data. Now let's take example of insurance, right? Domains such as customer, policyholder, pricing, products. These domains are available for use by the consumers or the users or business users, as and when they need so. So the platform allows the providers of information, which is largely the system owners, to get that information in. It allows the users, who are the consumers, to come in and access that information based on their requirements. What also is important in a platform like this is to ensure that the governance around the quality of data, the consistency of data is available at standards that is expected or managed by the organizations. The other important thing is security. You cannot give access to every domain and every part of the data to every user. Hence, the classification of users in terms of their usage must be there. But at the end of the day, it's important that the information is accurate and it's available on demand. And thereafter, the classification of users helps to ensure that the usage is managed appropriately in the organizations. So that, in a sense, is a data marketplace.
That's interesting. It does solve the current challenges that we see financial services organization facing. But if we look a little bit fast forward, how does it integrate with more emerging technologies like Gen AI or enable the usage of these emerging technologies?
Now, again, technologies will always evolve, and today we have generative AI. Tomorrow, maybe there's another part of AI, which becomes more human-like. But importantly, when we look at these technologies or these emerging technologies, the challenge in utilizing these technologies has always been integration with backend data. The throughput's not necessarily there. And therefore, when you're running such large, complex models, or for generative AI, for example, to be able to give you the insights, the speed at which the information needs to be accessed, discovered, accessed, assessed, and insights have to be brought back, it's a challenge. But what we've seen is with the data marketplace as a platform being available, the ability to utilize some of these emerging technologies, such as generative AI, has been far more fruitful for organizations. And the important thing is that the integration must be as real time as possible, and the ability to access that large scale of data should also be available. And hence, that platform service is very, very key. It's still early days, both on the data marketplace, I would say. It hasn't evolved to a maturity level that all domains are in, but I think we've seen organizations starting to nibble at it, as well as generative AI. So it's pretty much working in parallel at the moment, and the integrations are hopefully going to be in place over the next few months to be able to see the fruits of this sort of usage of emerging tech.
That's very insightful, Nitin. It's great to see how data marketplace can solve far-reaching problems of the spectrum from the current challenges, as well as getting the financial services organizations ready for future. That brings us to the conclusion of the session today. Thanks for taking time and being with us today. For our client and viewers, if you would like to have further conversations on what you have heard today, please reach out to us at ey.com, LinkedIn, or follow the link in the description. Thank you and have a good day.